Sims Crump, the queen of real estate with the Coastal Leaders Realty Group. And today we have Kelley McFarland, the owner of Celebrity Vacation Rentals, who also has a crown in her logo. So this is a fellow queen. So thank you for joining. So tell us a little bit about your company and yourself and how you got started.
All right. Well, I am Kelley McFarland, proud owner of Celebrity Vacation Rentals. I've been in the business since I moved down here to the Gulf Coast about 15 years now. I had started with some of the larger companies, learned a lot about it. Before I moved here, I was from North Louisiana. And just was visiting and vacationing all the time and said, let's go. And I was able to do it. Came down here and learned everything about, short-term rentals. And now, after Hurricane Sally, things got a little bit hard for my previous employer. So what I had to do is I started my own. I had a couple of the owners that got together.
I went out of mine after Sally as well.
Yeah. So some of the owners were just like, you know what, we want to stay with you. Why don't you just start your own? Which to me says a lot.
Oh, yes.
That I'm doing something right.
You treat your clients like royalty too.
Absolutely. I roll out the red carpet for them all the time. So Celebrity Vacation Rentals, where you can definitely get treated if you're an owner or a guest, like royalty all the time. So I started my own there and just went from there. I started with 4 properties, but here I am at 40 now.
That's awesome. Well, tell us, what areas do you rent in?
Okay, well, I am licensed in Alabama, so I like to stay, below Highway 98 just because of the travel times. Because I do personally visit each one of my homes as much as possible. I want to know your property in and out. So, I'm not one of the 1-800 numbers you can call to say, what's my property like, and you go through so many different phone calls. I am actually in your property. I know it as well as you.
That's wonderful.
So I am in Foley. I have several homes in Foley. I am in Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach, and Fort Morgan.
That's awesome. And you do just short-term rentals. And so you obviously mentioned houses. So obviously you have houses, and you also handle condos as well. That's awesome. Now, are any of them pet friendly?
I do have a few of them that are pet friendly. Yes. What some people don't understand, especially our guests, is why can't they bring their dog to some of the condos down here?
HOA.
These are HOA rules and standards that we must abide by. Most condos will allow their owners who permanently live there or owners to bring their animals. So that's why you may see some there. But it is not okay for guests.
No.
But, and that's mainly in the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach areas for most of the condos. But if you go out to Fort Morgan, you do have pet-friendly beaches there. So you can actually take your animal out on the beach. And so it's more of a natural area. And there are condos and houses, everything down there that we can do pet-friendly. Some of my homes in Foley as well are pet-friendly.
I know, because I know a lot of people do not want to leave their pets at home.
That's their children.
They are. I can vouch. And so it really is, that, which we'll talk about a little bit, but that really helps that property stand out among thousands.
Oh, absolutely. There is such a demand. People don't want to leave it. But, if we do find a home that does work for you, we do have great. I do have a couple friends that own some pet resorts down here, and we do have some wonderful ones. But just in case.
My sister goes to a couple. Sends her a couple dogs to Sea Paws. So
that's my best friend. Her puppies go there 3 times a week.
Yeah, so there are options. So that is great. And so now, you do the short-term rental. How much is your management fee?
Okay, my management fee is one of the lowest on the island. I only charge you 15% of your commission.
That is very low.
Now, that can also be lowered. Now, if you own multiple investment properties, 1 or 2 of them is 15%. 3 to 5 of them goes down to 12%.
Oh, wow.
6 or more goes down to 10%.
And that's what we see a lot of times with long term is the 10%. So you being able to do the short term at that price, you can't beat that.
You can.
And you're giving them, red carpet service and treating them like royalty.
And also, no, inside that management fee, you won't have any extra on top of cost. A lot of our booking platforms have now raised their prices, but I am still able to absorb them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So some companies are charging you, yes, it may be 15, 18, 20%, but they're also charging you that Verbo fee. They're also charging you another fee to be on this channel, but I don't do that.
And I've seen some where they might even charge the credit card processing fee.
Yes,
So,
yes. I absorb that as well. The
Yes.
only fee you will see charged on your end of the month statement is the 15% of any rent that has come through for the month.
That's amazing. Well, tell us, what can some owners do to enhance their property, to increase that revenue and to appeal to, more renters to stand out?
Absolutely. There are many things that you can do. It also depends on where your property is, what you have, and what can we do. Each property does need to be individually viewed.
Yes.
I do have an owner right now who has a 2-bedroom with a loft. And right now what we decided to do is change that loft and turn it into an actual bedroom, closing it off. So there you go, right there. You get a 3-bedroom, because you still can't advertise it as a 3-bedroom, even though it had the loft, but now you can, which is going to appeal to a lot bigger bracket.
And I've always heard the little saying, the more heads you can sleep, the more money you can make.
That's true,
but there's also other things.
because you don't want to overwhelm your bathrooms. A whole bunch of heads and beds that's going to put a real rough, treatment on your furniture and things like. Try not to do that. Let's not overload your bathrooms. Let's not make it so crammed in there. You want to feel like you want to make it feel like home for each one of those.
And so, what are some other things? Like, I know pools. If the property will allow a pool.
Yes, I mean, you right there. You are, if you have a house and you do not have a pool or anything. If you do put one in, especially a heated pool, that way you can get more year-round rentals, you are increasing your revenue at least by 30%. Sometimes you can double it.
That's amazing.
So
it will pay for itself after so.
In the first year, most of them will pay for themselves.
Yes. Oh, that is good to know. And then pet friendly, making that, if you're able to make the property pet friendly, I mean, that also increases revenue.
Absolutely. You get more desirable property there. More people are going to click on it. You can charge a little more, and we do a pet fee.
Deposit.
Pet deposit, pet fee, just for the extra cleaning measures and any kind of wear and tear that may come with it. So you can.
Yeah, and so you've also seen where people even do sometimes beach equipment.
Yes,
that can help with that to appeal.
Yeah, so some condo complexes or even the houses have like a little storage room downstairs, and the owners will place a whole bunch of like really nice beach chairs, a nice beach wagon, some ice chests, coolers, beach toys, and that can be rented for your entire stay. I think one of them does it for like $100 per stay, but that's everything you need in there for like a week, and it's much cheaper than renting the.
Well, you'll see people go and purchase them, and the next thing you know, once they purchase it, well, guess what? They can't take that home.
They just leave it.
They leave it, and then you can't tie on top of like a huge raft on top of your. I mean, you could, but you're not going to use that in Michigan or
right.
But
but still, even with that, there are still the people who will purchase their own, and if they are in good, clean condition, we will leave them for the next guest. We can't promise it'll be there, but we try to do everything that we can for the next guest.
Yeah, and another thing you mentioned too were like kayaks. Like some people even leave kayaks.
Absolutely.
Or golf carts.
A golf cart, yes, you can do a rentable golf cart. We have one property down in Fort Morgan where you can take the golf cart anywhere, to your dinner and
That's
such,
amazing.
and down to the beach access. So usually daily rentals on golf carts from some of these companies are like $300, $400, $500 a day. Well, you can just pay the one-time fee of $250, depending on the season, maybe $350, and rent it for the entire stay, and it's ready to go at your leisure.
That's awesome. I think those are great ideas. And another thing is too, I've noticed, just even when I'm looking at properties that are for sale, people have sometimes just really cool photo ops of their properties, and I just feel like that just stands out. And I could imagine, a lot of times women are the ones booking the rentals.
Oh yeah.
So anything that helps, I think, stand a property, especially in a condominium where there's so many that are the same, something that just makes it stand out, appealing. And I mean, who doesn't want a fun photo op
Exactly.
with their kids?
Well, it's also, you know, it helps to, well, how would you say that? It helps to tag your home and stuff like that, so people can remember to come back. Brand your home. That's the word I'm looking for. Brand it.
And hashtag and things of that nature, and it just makes it a more fun experience and things of that nature. Well, I think those are like really neat, especially with the pool and the pet friendly. Pet friendly could be just easy if it's a house, obviously.
Yes.
And so with the beach equipment things. And so, for instance, like why should people use your company? I mean, there's just like real estate agents. There are a ton of rental companies, other than the awesome management fee. But just what are some perks and and extras for owners as well as renters as to why they should go with Celebrity?
Okay, well, I'll start on the owner side. As those very minimal commission rates, along with me being in your home a lot. I mean, I do everything when it comes to applicable maintenance, setting up housekeeping. You'll only see that one fee. I am boots on the ground. I am a small company. I don't have the large overhead. So therefore my rental rates or my rental fees or anything, say a guest goes to book, are a lot lower. So that puts more money in the owner's pocket.
Definitely.
Because we have a fine balance of how we have to do things and stay competitive on these channels. So if you have a lot of fees, that rent rate's going to come down. You got to control your overhead. So this way we put more money in our owners' pockets and have those lower fees. So many things like that. Plus you get me.
That's the big perk.
Yes.